for those around you that are having to repeat it time and time again. Thanks so much, Dr. Daines. And seriously, guys, give Dr. Daines a call. Your hearing problems will be solved. Thanks, Dr. Daines.
Last week it was Skyview and Logan. It's like the 4th longest uninterrupted series in the state of Utah. Tonight, a series that's not quite as long. Green Canyon and Skyview. Skyview comes down the road to Green Canyon as the Wolves come off a dramatic win over Ridgeline. A touchdown with 27 seconds left in that game completed a 2-score comeback for the Wolves. We talked all season long about how they can score points. They're just a young team and have to learn how to win. They've won 2 in a row after losing 4 in a row. Maybe, just maybe, they're learning how to win. For Skyview, business as usual. They were 11-0 to start the season last year. They're 7-0 to start it this year and firmly in control of Region 12. Green Canyon is in 2nd place right now. They would like to jump into a 1st place tie with Skyview. It's all going to play out right down here coming up on the Game of the Week on the Valley Channel.
At Ultra, we don't believe in limits, or telling runners they can't, or it's not possible. That's why we dared to make shoes with a foot-shaped toe box, and gave runners zero-drop technology so that runners could say goodbye to limits too. Ultra invites you to experience the difference everyone's talking about with zero risk. Love your run or send them back within 30 days, no questions asked. Get your pair today at ultrarunning.com. Ultra, zero limits.
Well, you come off an exciting win that I'm going to ask you about in a minute. And you come against the Big Brother school, I guess, where you guys tore off from last year, Skyview. Tell me a little bit about Skyview. And just before we started, you're talking to a couple of the Skyview players as they were going by. It's got to be interesting feelings going on inside you, because you saw a lot of these kids coming up. You coached some of them.
Yeah, they're great kids, you know, and I got a lot of respect for them. It's like I mentioned to Caleb. I feel bad that he's out, and I wish him the best of luck. I hope he gets better soon, and he's a great athlete, and those are good kids over there. A lot of those kids I know, and I love them, and it's like I told them, you know, we're going to do our best to win, and I expect you guys to do your best to win, and then afterwards, hopefully we can, you know, be brothers again.
Yeah, it's funny. Some of these early hecklers are out here calling some of their guys by their first name. Holy cow! Let's talk now about the game on the field. I've made the comment in a couple of games that we've covered of yours that young teams still, and sometimes teams have to learn how to win. You're putting up points, but you weren't finishing. Last 2 weeks, you've won some games, and they've come down to it. Are you learning how to win?
Well, the last 2 weeks we are, and our kids just never give up. I've been so proud of them. We had some close losses, and a team could have easily folded, but they dug deep, and they've just kept working to get better and better, and I've been very pleased with that.
What do you see when you look at Skyview? I mean, last week they put it all together. Last week, some of their wins up to them have been ugly, but they count, right? And they weren't pretty. When you look at them, what problems do they cause?
Well, I don't know the definition of a pretty win and an ugly win, so they've got some good athletes that we've got to try and contain. I mean, that's what it comes down to, is some of their athletes that fly around and make plays, and if we can contain them, we think we can do a lot of the things we want to do.
Good luck tonight, Coach.
Hey, thank you very much.
Thanks.
Say the word base. Say the word mess.
Game of the Week on the Valley Channel is brought to you by Icon Health and Fitness, changing lives with fitness innovation. Wendy's of Cache Valley, it's way better than fast food. It's Wendy's. Mountain Star Cache Valley Hospital, together we're greater. Cache Valley Electric, a tradition of excellence since 1915. New Smile Dental, experience dental care. Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology, bring back what you have been missing. Lynn's Audio and Video, Cache Valley specialist for 60 years. Mountain Valley Heating and Air Conditioning. Give us a call. You'll be glad you did. Herms Inn, last chance for great food. Discount Tire and Automotive, so much more than a tire store. Four Seasons Apartments and Townhomes is your home. Planet Fitness of Logan, no intimidation and only $10 a month. Aspen Dental, get that gorgeous smile you've always wanted. The Logo Shop, we logo stuff, all kinds of stuff. And the Valley Channel, Cache Valley's TV station for over 25 years. It's a beautiful night in North Logan at Green Canyon High School as the Green Canyon Wolves get set to host the Skyview Bobcats in Region 12 action. Skyview undefeated, Green Canyon only one loss in region play. Green Canyon would like to claw into a tie for that first place spot with Skyview. Both teams are on the field, and the national anthem is being sung right now. In North Logan. Skyview and Green Canyon getting set to face off here in just a few minutes. Skyview 7-0, 3-0 in region. They're number 2 in 4A, number 9 statewide. Green Canyon is 3-4 and 2-1 in region. They won their first game down in Pineview and then lost 4 in a row, and now they've won their last 2, including a come-from-behind last-second victory against Ridgeline last week. A touchdown pass last week of 30 yards from Joe Dygert to Kason Holbrook with 27 seconds left for the win. They scored 2 touchdowns in the fourth quarter to come back and win this game. You heard me ask Coach Ander about that, about his team learning how to win before the game. And he's hoping that maybe his team is learning how to win. The Skyview Bobcats, they know all about winning. They were winning during Craig Anders' 12 years there, and they've been winning during Danilo Robinson's time there. In fact, Coach Robinson's team started out 11-0 last year before losing to the eventual champion Orem in the state semifinals. They're 7-0 so far this year, so that means what? Danilo Robinson as a head coach in Skyview is 18-1. So that's a pretty good start in his first couple of years. Last year these two teams met. Skyview won at 42-21. Stokes had over 100 yards rushing in that ball game, and I'm sure they'd like to replicate that. Last week, Stokes and Falsliv both ran for over 100 yards, 120 yards rushing and 182 passing for Falsliv, 4 rushing touchdowns and a passing touchdown for the Skyview quarterback. Stokes ran for 115 yards versus Logan High. Both team captains out for the coin toss. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we'll have the kickoff. Skyview visiting Green Canyon tonight on the Game of the Week.
Tell me something, and I'd say, huh? And then they tell me again, and I'd say, huh? And they'd say, never mind. And so I called and made an appointment.
Say the word pass.
He's a PhD, and I know what it takes to get a PhD.
Say the word red.
It was like night and day. And then the hearing test was the thing that I thought, wow, he really knows what he's doing. I would recommend Dr. Daines to anybody, everybody.
Skyview won the toss, and they will receive the first half kickoff. They're going to go north to south. And they are looking to go to 8-0. They're led on the ground by Tanner Stokes. 120 rushes for 699 yards. That's almost 6 yards per carry. 8 touchdowns on the ground for Tanner Stokes. Mason Falsliv hasn't put up huge passing numbers, but he had a heck of a game last week at quarterback. 43 of 71 for the season, 441 yards, 10.2 yards per completion, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception, 60% completion percentage. And his main target is Ryder Lundahl, who's got 10 receptions for 117 yards and a touchdown. Defensively, Green Canyon, led by Nate Corey and Trave Jensen. They're the tackles leaders, both of them approaching 50 tackles, both of them with 47 tackles on the season. Tristan Reese has 46. He's right behind him. Trave Jensen leads the team in sacks as well with 2. Not a lot of quarterback sacks for the Green Canyon Wolves in their team stats. They've only brought the opposing quarterback down 5 times. I don't know that they'll get many chances tonight versus Falsliv as he throws the ball, or runs the ball, a lot more than he throws it. Skyview without one of their top special teams weapons. Caleb Christensen has a knee strain, and he's on crutches before the game. He didn't play last week. He hasn't played for the last couple of weeks. They're hoping to have him back in time for the playoffs. Jacob Zollinger, the junior linebacker and tight end, who's been a big contributor this year, has a foot injury that he got after the game last week. So he'll be not playing tonight as well. For Green Canyon, Carter Mon is pretty much, he's out the rest of the season. Right up the middle goes Stokes. He's out to the 21-yard line, and that's where the defense of Green Canyon will go toe-to-toe with a Skyview offense that just could do no wrong last week against Logan. They owned the line of scrimmage. Logan knew they were going to try to run. They loaded up the box. Skyview ran anyway. It was impressive. It was the most complete game that I had seen Skyview play so far this season. And you're wondering, Maybe it just took a few weeks for Mason Falstad to get used to that quarterback role. He was brilliant in that game. Now, can they forget about that one and play this one as well as they played last week? Stokes loses the football. He gains 4 yards, but he doesn't have the ball when he hits the deck. Let's see. Second down. So 4 yards for Stokes. And that would have been a heck of a way to start the game for Green Canyon. And somebody from Skyview gets back on it. Look at that. How many guys are up on the line for Green Canyon. And just like last week, Skyview's going to run anyway. Tanner Stokes down inside the 35-yard line. And a penalty near where he was brought down. It's 44 yards on the run. Let's see what the penalty is. Personal foul. I didn't see what his... So it's going to back him up. It was a 44-yard run. It was after the play was the penalty. But just like last week, Green Canyon, just like Logan, loaded up against the run. There were 8 guys up in the box. Didn't matter. Skyview ran it anyway. I don't care what level of football you're playing. If you can run the ball, you're going to win some games. Everybody loves to pass it, but running time is winning time. Going to give it to Stokes again. This time, Green Canyon bottles him up. Tristan Reese and Luke Harris there for Green Canyon to slow Stokes. Falstad in the pistol. He's got Stokes back with him. Looking to throw. A little out pattern to Lundahl. Lundahl makes the catch and surges forward for a first down. 10 yards. And Lundahl takes it to the 35 of Green Canyon. See, some of the long sleeves are out tonight. A little bit of snow dusting the top of the mountains as fall finally decided to show up to the party. Falstad on the run pass option, pulls it out. You know, it looked like the ball may have touched the ground as he went down. It didn't matter, he was hauled down anyway. He kind of stumbled, and if you put the ball down and the ball touches the ground, plays dead there. The official was right there. Trave Jensen was too, to bring him down for a loss of 3. Check that, a loss of 2. So it's 2nd and 12. Stokes the lone back. Heavy set up front, Stokes right up the gut. Gets 3 yards. It's going to be 3rd down and 9. So Stokes with a 44-yard run. And Skyview gets a 15-yard penalty. And now it's 3rd down and 9. 9:28 to play in this first quarter. It's the first possession of the game. And just about offsides. 3 wide receivers to the far side, only 1 to this near side. It's Carver. Lundahl's at the other side, along with a couple of others, including Cole Smith. Falstad's got room to run if he wants to. Now he pulls it down, steps out of a couple of tackles, runs past the flag for a first down. 10 yards on 3rd and 9. And Falstad picks it up. One of the
Wolves defenders had a chance at him in the backfield. He went for his feet, couldn't bring him down. Falslev, he's put on some weight this year. He's a big quarterback, about 6'3". Hard to bring him down. They're going for his feet. Maybe you get up into him, get a hold of him, slow him down until some of your teammates can get here. Easy for me to say, standing up here where it's nice and safe. Pitch to Stokes, and he is stood up. But he's going to lose a yard. Let's see, they may give him forward progress back to the line of scrimmage. Stokes has 5 carries for 52 yards in the early going. 8:40 to play in the first quarter. We're scoreless as Skyview's taken the opening kickoff and driven down to the 23-yard line of Green Canyon. Stokes still in the backfield with Falslev. It's the same formation they had on the 3rd and 9 play a minute ago. Falslev against a 4-man rush, finds the man in the middle. It's Stokes. Stokes inside the 10 down to the 9-yard line. 14 yards, 1st and goal, Skyview. And just like that, the Bobcats are in scoring position. Green Canyon was rushing 4 in a nice pocket by the Skyview offensive line. Here's the give to Stokes, following the pulling tackle and guard. And he's down inside the 5 to about the 3. He picks up 5 yards. Big number 75, Evan Hall, was pulling on that play. Stokes just got in behind him. He's their biggest lineman. And he blocks down and they run behind where he was again, Hall, and Stokes is right at the goal line. 2 yards, it's 3rd and goal. You see him right there, big number 75. We don't have height and weight on the Skyview roster. He is big and big. Falsev's going to push forward into the end zone easily. Touchdown, Skyview. So the Bobcats drive the length of the field on their first possession and put it in the end zone with 6:58 to play in the first quarter. Jason Erickson, the freshman, for the PAT. Up and good, 7-0 Skyview, 6:58 to play in the first quarter.
My grandpa went to the Star Hospital to get his back fixed. The doctor used a robot to make a mini invasion. That's pretty cool. When Grandpa had his old back, he just laid on the couch and watched the news. But now we do cool stuff like fishing and hiking.
We provide comprehensive spine care and minimally invasive orthopedic procedures at 8 Star hospitals all along the Wasatch Front. Look for the Star.
Wonder where we keep all the robots.
Skyview takes the opening kickoff, matriculates it down the gridiron into the end zone for a 7-0 lead early on. The key play, a 44-yard run by one Mr. Stokes. Tanner Stokes, who had over 100 yards rushing in last year's 42-21 victory against Green Canyon. Green Canyon, Brett Gassaway, 124 carries, 707 yards, 5.7 per carry, and 7 touchdowns for the senior, who goes all of 5'7" and 170 pounds. Joe Dygert, the quarterback, 93 for 163, 1,271 yards, 14 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, 57%. And the guy in the orange shoes on the 20-yard line there, Jorgensen, is his big play receiver. It's Instead, they're going to give it to Gassaway right up the middle for a quick 5 yards. Jorgensen, the top receiver, he's 5th in the state. 35 receptions, 656 yards, 8 touchdowns, almost 19 yards per catch. They're going to give it again to Gassaway. Gassaway stood up, but not until he gains 3 more. It's going to be 3rd down and a short 2. They fake the little jet sweep. And they get 4 yards on 3rd and 2. So Gassaway 3 straight times. And he picks up 12 yards on those carries. They are playing way off of Jorgensen. Now they're going to run the little screen to him. They had it set up pretty good, and the officials blow it dead. A flag on the far side of the field. And it's on Green Canyon. Moving a little bit early. First penalty against Green Canyon. Skyview has 1 penalty. They picked that up on that personal foul after the long run on their initial possession. Under 6 minutes to play in the first period. 7-0 Skyview. Here's the jet sweep. And getting to the outside and then getting lit up. Let's see who it was. Logan Karen came over and just blew up the runner who's still down on the sideline. The runner was slowing up and getting ready. It looked like Nate Corey, I think, was the runner. So he was not ready for the hit, and he just got blown up 2 steps out of bounds. So that's going to add 15 yards to a 6-yard run. He's rolling around down there like maybe it knocked the wind out of him, but Karen was one of the players there for Skyview. There were 2 of them I didn't see. It was probably Karen and Martindale, the 2 safeties. It may have been O'Reilly on the run. All right, talk to a couple of the guys up here filming Green Canyon and Skyview. Sounds like it was O'Reilly that got the run there. And a 15-yard penalty added to it. So that puts the ball near midfield. Diger fakes downfield. He's looking for his man Jorgensen, and Jorgensen can't catch up to it. Defended pretty well by Saxton out there, and Saxton is playing way off of Jorgensen because they know they like that go pattern. You see at the bottom of your screen there, Saxton is playing 7-8 yards off of Jorgensen. They're playing that zone. Now they're going to go underneath to Jorgensen, which is what you figure they would do. Let's see where they spotted if they got a first down or not. He's just a yard short. So it'll be 3rd down and a yard. Boy, they backed him up even a little bit more, so it's closer to 3rd and 2. Gassaway in the backfield. Diger. Dygert gives it to Gassaway. Gassaway's down to about the 40-yard line. They'll stop him at the 41. He picked up 3 and a first down. I've seen Green Canyon a few times this year, and offensively they can move the ball. They can score points. Defensively, they've struggled at times. They've been making a few more plays of late. Here comes the blitz and the whistle and a flag. I don't know that Green Canyon was set before they snapped it. They're going to be set for a whole count before that ball snap. They're trying to kind of go in a hurry and change up the pace, and that's the call. That's 2 penalties on Green Canyon, 2 on Skyview with 4:44 to play in the first period. 7-0 Skyview. Green Canyon at the Bobcat 46-yard line. They've got 1st and 15. Dygert's going to keep, run pass option. Throws it out to the far side. Lundeen with the grab, 6 yards. Lundeen played quarterback when Dygert was out for a game earlier this season. You saw in that Logan game when he hurt his shoulder. He missed the next game. He's played the last 2. Dygert hit as he throws, and the ball is free. It looks like Skyview's on it. Malik Horman came around the edge. Nobody put a paw on him. And he got to Dygert just as he was winding up to throw, and he didn't even try to hit Dygert. He just went for the ball and knocked it away from him. And Skyview comes up with the turnover. And Dygert was looking deep, and he had a man. He had a man with a step. And I just glanced at it, and I wasn't sure if it was Jorgensen or who it was, but somebody was coming free. So that's a huge play by the Skyview defense. Everybody packed in the box, looking for the run, and they take Stokes down after a 2-yard gain. Double Deuce is sitting at 61 yards on 8 carries. Tanner Stokes. Under 3.5 to play now in the first quarter after the Green Canyon turnover. Once again, 8 in the box, and the safety's only playing back about 6 yards. And the safety came up hard. The middle of the field's wide open. Instead, they go underneath, which is equally as wide open. There's a flag. Looked like Cole Smith maybe with the catch. There's going to be a holder downfield. They threw it where the receiver was blocking. He was blocking for a long time. If you ask a receiver to block that long, he's usually going to hold somebody. So that happened at about 26-yard line, so don't back it up to the 36. But it's still a gain. Yeah, that's holding on Skyview. It's still a gain of 14, 18 yards, even after the hold. There were multiple players running wide open. The safety was so sucked up for the run, he had a man wide open in the middle. He went to the flat. And they're going to go out to Lundahl. He's hit at the line of scrimmage. In fact, they're going to back him up a yard. He's going to lose a yard. That's a huge penalty, because instead of the ball being down about the 26-yard line, it's back now after that loss at the 37. 2.5 to play in the first period. 7-0 Skyview. Give to Stokes. First man through the hole misses him, and he makes him pay. Stokes inside the 15. "26 yards for Stokes. 87 yards on 9 carries for Stokes. And it's 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line. After the turnover, Skyview's moved it into scoring position as we approach 2 minutes to play here in the first period. We're at Green Canyon. Skyview 7-0, sitting all alone on top of Region 12. They fake the fly sweep, and Falsev's going to keep it. Picks up about 5. Not the way I'm sure Green Canyon wanted to start this game. It's one thing to get down 1 score on Skyview. But if you get down 2 against this Bobcats team, that's a recipe for disaster. Falslev, slant pattern, touchdown. And the receiver got taken down by the legs. It's Carlos Hansen, and he's still down. So it's a 6-yard touchdown pass from Falslev to Hansen. But Hansen got legs twisted up. And you hope he didn't get hurt. I hope that's not a knee injury. So Skyview ups the lead to 13-0 with 1:19 to play. The first the Green turnover. Green Canyon. Joe Dyke hit just to throw back near the field. Skyview recovers the fumble. Horman. Sack. Skyview up. Hansen on the turf. Now they have him up and they're helping him off the field. And he's walking awfully gingerly. So Skyview set for the PAT. Erickson on. And the kick is up and good. Just what the doctor ordered for Skyview. Not at all what Green Canyon wanted to see. 14-0 Bobcats. To play in the first period. 14-0 Skyview. The last touchdown may have come at a cost. Carlos Hansen, the big senior wide receiver, caught the pass from Falslev for 6 yards and a touchdown, but he had to be helped off the field. Falslev is 5 for 5, 39 yards and a touchdown, and he's run for a touchdown. Do not want to get down 2 scores on the Skyview team because they get up on you and then they can just go ahead and take the air out of the ball and ground and pound down the field. You can run it and then can have a controlled passing game and take all sorts of time off the clock and shorten the game. And they can play defense with their offense. Canyon behind the 8 ball a little bit. Still a lot of time to play. But down 2 scores. Gassaway bounces to the outside, picks up 1. Somebody to watch is Tanner Stokes. He's got 87 yards on 9 carries in the first quarter. I'll give it to Gassaway again. Gassaway's got 18 yards on 6 carries. And now it's 3rd down and 7. Green Canyon was 2 of 2 on their last possession on 3rd downs. That possession ended with a turnover. Spread formation, Gassaway in the backfield with Diger. Diger, pick, no! Saxton could have taken that one to the house, but he couldn't haul it in. He was looking for Jorgensen on the edge. Jorgensen wouldn't have had enough for a 1st down. He would have had to go one-on-one to try to pick up the last couple of yards. And they jumped the pattern. And Green Canyon's lucky the Skyview defense isn't celebrating in the end zone. Lundahl and I believe Stokes back for this punt. It's Stokes that calls for the fair catch at about the 43-yard line. Ethan Delisle, kicker for Green Canyon. So Skyview with the ball in good field position at the 43-yard line. They already lead 14-0. There's 14 seconds to play here in this first quarter. This may be the final play of the first quarter if they run the ball. A little bit of a breeze here tonight, but not much. Skies have cleared. All the rain in the last couple of days. Taking a break for the evening. Letting us play some football. Here's Stokes putting his head down, bowling forward for 2 yards. And that's the end of the first quarter. Skyview 14, Green Canyon 0 as we get ready for the second period.
You're so adorable. I'm taking you home.
The world judges. We don't. Planet Fitness. Be free.
Back at North Logan, Eric Olson along with you on the Game of the Week on the Valley Channel. The first Saturday in October. Is it Saturday? It's Friday. Tomorrow's Saturday. Don't try to get the weekend over quicker than we need to. It's Skyview on the road for their last 2 games of the regular season. Tonight at Green Canyon and then at Ridgeline next week, and then they're taking the last week of the season off. A lot of the other schools are playing. That's a Wednesday night game that last week of the season. Skyview on the road for their last 2 games. Green Canyon here tonight, on the road next week at Mountain Crest, and then back home for Ben Lomond to close out the season. Falstaff unloads, looking for Carver, and it's way out of bounds. There's a flag down back at the line of scrimmage. That's in the vicinity of where they will usually call an offensive hold. And it is an offensive hold. For Skyview, their 4th penalty. So the Bobcats, if you have one gripe, about last week's game, as a Bobcat fan or a coach, it would be the penalties. They had a lot of them. And here's another one. Backs them up about the 33-yard line. Second down and 20. Falsla unloads, has a man down the seam, and he misses him. He had Lundahl coming free, and Falsla threw a dart out there. Didn't get much air under it. And it'll be 3rd and 20. Defense needs to get off the field. Skyview leading by 14. Got a drag pattern underneath. Instead, they go out to the sticks. Tackle not made, and this is going to depend on the measurement. Or did he step out of bounds at the 49-yard line? It's a 16-yard gain. Lundahl picks up 16. It's going to be 4th and 4. Down, boy, it's less than 4. It's 4th down and 2.5. Right near midfield at the 49 of Green Canyon. Here's the give to Stokes. Looks like he's got it. Boy, the official on the far side turned upfield really close to the mark. They may measure this one. Green Canyon says no way. The spot looks like it was favorable to Green Canyon. I think they're going to measure this one. Yeah, officials timeout for a measurement. It's going to be close. I think he's going to get it, though, by the nose of the ball. If he gets it, it's just going to be by the nose of that football. I think he got enough. You'll know by the Green Canyon reaction. We can't see the ball. Oh, short. Look at that. Just barely short. So Green Canyon makes a stop on 4th down, and they'll take over near midfield. See if this breathes a little life into their offense. Their offense had a nice drive going on their first possession, but then they turned it over. Joe Dygert was sacked and fumbled. In fact, the defensive player didn't really even try to tackle Dygert. He saw the ball there and just swatted it out of his hand. Give to Gassaway. Gassaway runs hard for being not a very big kid. We've just started the second period. It's 14-0 Skyview, 10.5 to play here in the first half. Eric Olson along with you. In a crowded house tonight in North Logan. Here's the give on the little end around. Pickup of about 4 for O'Reilly. No, it was Gerber. Third and about 1.5 yards. And the officials are looking to the sideline. Not sure what they're looking at. They're talking about. But the clock is stopped while they're doing that. They're There's something going on with one of the Skyview players. I don't know if it was equipment or what. They got it all sorted out, and it's 3rd and 1.5 yards. Give to Gasaway, first down. He got 5 yards. And the Wolves drive stays alive. They trail 14-0 with 9:40 to play in the first half. This has been their deepest run into enemy territory. 5 yards for Gasaway. He's got 33 yards on 9 carries. Dygert's got a couple of completions. He's only thrown it 4 times. They're going to hand it to Gasaway again. He actually pushed his blocker forward and then got down in behind him and kind of burrowed his way for a couple. It's 3rd, about 2.5, not quite 3. If they run it or put it in the air. Here's Dygert. They're going to run it. Try to get Gasaway around the edge. Great block downfield. And Gasaway does get around the edge. And let's see if he picked up the first down. It looks like it. I didn't see who the lead blocker was on that play, but he did a heck of a job, and it's a first down. $11 carries for 40 yards now for Gasaway, as they're putting him to work. All 5'7", 170 pounds of him. Here comes the blitz for Skyview. Look out! Dygert gets out of it. Looking downfield, sets his feet. He's got a receiver at the 7-yard line. It's Jorgensen. Jorgensen in a foot race. Touchdown. And that woke up the masses. Skyview looked like they had Dygert, and he got out of it somehow. Two catches, 38 yards, and a touchdown for Jorgensen. The PAT is good. The Skyview lead cut in half. 14-7. Skyview leads Green Canyon with 8:39 to play in the half. .39 to play in the half, and Dygert and Jorgensen hooking up for a 29-yard touchdown that, if you added up the horizontal running, was probably more like a 97-yard touchdown. Dygert got out of trouble, came to the near sideline, was finally able to set his feet, hit Jorgensen, who caught it at about the 8-yard line, and then he ran backwards, or back toward midfield to get away from the defender, and then towards the Skyview sideline, and then it was a race to the pylon, and Jorgensen, Jorgensen knew if he could get some separation, he could outrun everybody. And he did. And that brought a little electricity to the house. This kick's going to be short of the goal line. Stokes at about the 2. Makes one tackler miss, and he's tripped up about the 20-yard line. And that's where Skyview will start now, leading by 7. Mountain Crest leads Logan 7-6. That one just getting ready to start the second quarter, and Ridgeline and Bear River in the second quarter. Both 7 points on the board for both those teams. Mountain Crest has to get a win to stay in the playoff chase. Here's the option back to Stokes. Stokes makes the move. Hemmed in at the 40-yard line. Up to the 41, he picks up 20 yards. So Stokes is over 100 for the night. 110 yards on 12 carries for Tanner Stokes. He's having himself a ball game. He had 1 carry of 44 yards. The other 11 is rushed for 55. First down, Skyview, just like that. They're out at the 41-yard line. Here's Falslev quickly on the sneak. He picks up 7. Bobcat machine grinding away. We're under 8 minutes to play in the half. The Bobcats out at midfield. Here's the give to Stokes. Pulling the tackle, it's a flag. Back where it looks like a hold. That was G&T pull. Guard and the tackle both pulled, and Stokes followed him through the hole. Somebody grabbed somebody. Instead of a first down, it looks like it's going to be 2nd and long. An illegal use of the hands. Nope, hold, okay. Five penalties now on Skyview. We still have 7:40 to play in the half. Big number 66, Dawson Butler's talking to the official. I wonder if they called it on him. They were having a philosophical discussion about what's better, ding-dongs or cupcakes. And everybody knows ding-dongs. Falslev on the design keeper. Lots of yardage for Falslev. Still on his feet and finally hauled down at the 35. .26 yards. Quick hitter. Falslev was in the secondary before anybody even knew what was going on. 6 carries, 47 yards for Falslev. Skyview had 2 100-yard rushers last week. They've already got 1 tonight, and Falslev's almost halfway there as well. 1st and 10 at the 35 of Green Canyon. 14-7 Skyview, 7:10 to play in the half. That's number 33, Collins, who gets the carry. 6-yard carry for Collins. Don't call his number much. It's a sophomore. Big kid. Falsev's gonna throw. Looking for the receiver downfield and just over the head of Carver. Carver had to kind of separate himself from the defensive back. The ball sailed on Falslev a little bit. Falslev is 6 of 8, 45 yards and a touchdown. It's now 3rd and 6. Looking in the end zone, he's got a man wide open. Touchdown! Carver hauls it in. 31 yards. So Falsev's now 7 of 9, 76 yards and 2 touchdowns. So Green Canyon scores and Skyview answers. Go back out in front by 2 touchdowns. PAT's perfect with 6:13 to play in the half. Skyview 21, Green Canyon 7.
PCs Unlimited is Cache Valley's first choice for all things computer. For over 20 years, our friendly and knowledgeable staff have been there to help you with on-site and in-store service, repair, diagnostics, networking, upgrades, system and data recovery, all of your computer needs. Our prices are low and our customer service is the best. Come see the professionals at PCs Unlimited, 610 North Main in Logan.
Well, the last 2 touchdowns in this game, one by Green Canyon, one by Skyview, have been due to quarterbacks keeping plays alive. Dygert scrambled and was able to hit Jorgensen for the touchdown for Green Canyon, and then on the ensuing drive, a 31-yarder by Falslev, who was running away. I mean, he was clear back almost to midfield trying to get away from the Green Canyon rush. He was finally able to get enough separation that he could set up and throw. Carver just kept working his way away from the line of scrimmage. Falslev found him all alone in the end zone. The defensive back had come up a little. It's a tough thing to do. You're a defensive back. You see a quarterback get outside, starting to run. You know, you want to take a peek, but you can't. You gotta stay in your zone if you're playing that. Stay in your man if you're playing man. Give to Gassaway. Gassaway's got a block. He picks up 9. $103 yards total offense to this point for Green Canyon. 163 yards rushing for Skyview and 76 through the air. Skyview's coming on the blitz. They give it to Gassaway. He's got the first down, picks up about 3. He's a shoestring tackle away from a lot more yards. We'll see if Green Canyon can stay within shouting distance. They'll get the ball to start the second half. There's 5:20 to play in this half, and they trail by 14. Gassaway, 1 yard. He's got 14 carries already. They're gonna work him. He had a pretty good game last week, 143 yards rushing, a touchdown against Ridgeline. Dygert had 164 yards in the air, 3 touchdowns and a pick, and Holbrook, 8 receptions, 136 yards, 2 touchdowns, and we haven't heard from Holbrook yet. In fact, only 3 completions by Dygert tonight. They've run the ball a lot more than they've thrown, and here's an offsides penalty against Skyview. If Skyview could figure out their penalty woes, they might be unbeatable. Even with their penalty problems, they're still 7-0 and in control of this ball game. Give to Gassaway. Picks up a couple. It's going to be 3rd down and 2. He's going to lob it out there and overthrows his receiver, and it's intercepted. Intercepted by Scout Morris. Trying to catch Skyview napping. Morris stayed deep. Dygert's pass floated, and we're going the other way. 4:13 to play in the half, and Skyview with another possession. They've had 4 possessions. They've scored on 3 of them. The only other one, they gave it over on downs at the 48-yard line.
Go GC!
Falsley has a man behind him in that spread formation, 2 by 2 on each side. Falsley going up top for Horman, makes the catch at the 25-yard line. He's down to the 23, so that's 30 yards. Just like that, Skyview in scoring position. Give it off to Stokes. Stokes hauled down after he gains a couple. 112 yards on 13 carries for Stokes. He hasn't been in the end zone yet. 2 touchdown passes and a touchdown run by Falsley. Falsley, I think, is finally starting to really feel comfortable in that quarterback role. He didn't play early in the season. He's banged up, rolling to the edge, looking for the end zone. Nobody home. A little injured early was Falsley. He didn't play quarterback much last year at all. Now he really seems to be getting comfortable in the role. In fact, early in the season, they were kind of platooning him. Tate Ballard. Ballard was Falsley was out. Now it's all Falsley all the time. Change the play. 3 receivers to the far side, 2 to this side, so nobody in the backfield with Falsley. See if they run it on the quarterback run. There goes Falsley, tripped up. He's going to be short of the first down. He picked up about 4. It's only their second unsuccessful 3rd down try. 4th and about 5. 21-7. You're pretty much doing whatever you want to do offensively. Why not go for it? And that's what they're going to do. Stokes in the backfield, and the whistle blows just before the snap. Skyview calls timeout. They're going to talk about it. Perry Christensen calling the plays for the Bobcats. And the game has changed so much since Christensen first became a head coach. Was it? Oh, it was in the 80s, I believe, with Logan. I want to say 1979, but I don't know. I don't think he was there that early. He may have been. I'll have to ask him next time we see him. But you know, I think the game has changed so much, but the fundamentals of the game have stayed the same: blocking, passing, catching, tackling. And Skyview does them all well. And Perry Christensen, the way he calls a football game, he's just always been such an offensive, his guru. He calls, as an offensive coordinator, he calls a heck of a game. Folsov's got a block on the edge. Stays on his feet. He's down inside the 5-yard line. He's down at the 3. 15 yards on 4th and 5. Now Folsov was 66 yards on 8 carries. And I know there's a whole half of football to play, but Skyview may just shut out the lights on Green Canyon right here. Go up 3 scores. Give it to Stokes. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Skyview. So Stokes finally gets in the end zone, 115 yards on 14 carries in the first half for Tanner Stokes. And Skyview with their largest advantage of the game after the PAT, they lead it 28-7 with 2:08 to play in the first half at Green Canyon.
Do you need some help crossing the street?
The world judges. We don't. Planet Fitness. Be free.
2:08 to play in the first half. 28-7 Skyview. Green Canyon had cut it to 14-7 with a scintillating touchdown catch and run by Jorgensen. McKay Jorgensen, the junior. But then Skyview's come right back and answered with a touchdown, and then they got a turnover and answered, and then put it in the end zone again. Ridgeline now leading Bear River 14-7 late in the first half of that ball game. The top 4 teams make the playoffs. And there's 6 teams in this region. Bear River's not going to make it. If they don't win this game tonight, they'll fall to 0-4 in region play and really be no way for them to make the playoffs. So it's going to be all Valley teams from Region 12 in the playoffs. The question is, which 4? Skyview can clinch tonight with a win. They clinch a playoff spot with a win. And then below that, you've got the other 4 schools fighting for 2nd through 4th. This looks like Lundeen at quarterback in right now. O'Reilly on a little sweep. Let's see who the quarterback is. O'Reilly picks up a yard. But Dygert is not in the ballgame. On the keep, pick up of about 4. It is Lundeen who's in at quarterback. Lundeen, 6'1", 175, a sophomore. Good looking kid, athlete. Skyview's offsides. They don't throw the flag. 3rd and 5. They run it all the way down, and then Coach Ander takes a timeout. There's 39 seconds to play. Green Canyon's quarterback Joe Dygert not in on this series. Don't know if anything's wrong with him or if they're giving him a rest. I can see him down on the sideline. He's got his helmet, but he's working his right arm like that shoulder that hurt in the Logan game. He's sailed a couple of passes tonight, but he has thrown a touchdown pass. And he's kind of working that right arm back and forth. I don't know if he's re-injured that or if they're just giving him a break or what, but it's 3rd down and 5 for Green Canyon. There's 39 seconds to play in the first half, and Skyview leads 28-7. See if they keep the ball on the ground or they let Lundeen sling it. 2 high safeties for Skyview. They're going to keep it on the ground. Gasaway's going to pick up 3. He needed 5. Timeout Skyview. It's going to be 4th down and 2. Green Canyon will have to punt. There's 33 seconds left. And that's plenty of time for the Skyview offense, the way they've been ripping up chunks of yardage. They've been a ground and pound type of team where they'll go on a 5-6 minute drive and then end it with a touchdown. But tonight, they've been picking up yardage in big chunks. Ridgeline got their first win over Big Brother Skyview this year. Only, what, their 3rd year of existence. When I say Skyview, I meant Mountain Crest, but Green Canyon losing 42-21 last year and now down 28-7 in the first half this year. They're still going to be waiting a while for their first win over their parent school. Well, they don't come out in a punting formation. Lundeen's going to be up under center. I think they're going to try to draw him off sides. Now Skyview, or Green Canyon, will call timeout. Utah State and BYU going at it in Provo tonight as well. A lot of people running the DVR tonight because there's a whole lot of rear ends in the seats here at Green Canyon. It's a big game for Utah State. I think it's a bigger game for BYU. It's kind of a must-win game for BYU. For Utah State, it's like, yeah, they want to win. They really want to win it, but they've got a conference to play for. The only conference BYU has happens in October and April. BYU's schedule softens up dramatically after they're done with Utah State. They've still got Boise on the schedule. And I think Skyview came after that punt. It goes out of bounds about the 40-yard line of Skyview with 27 seconds on the clock. And there is a flag back at the line of scrimmage. If it's on Skyview, it could be a first down for Green Canyon. If it's on Green Canyon, it'll be interesting to see if Skyview makes them kick it again. Pretty good year, could be a pretty good year in Utah college football. I think BYU will end up with a pretty decent record. Utah will as well. And Utah State, I think will, they're going to challenge Boise for the division title. It's a pretty fun time to be a sports fan in Utah. They're going to pick up the flag. So with 27 seconds left in the first half, Skyview will have the ball at the 40-yard line, let's say the 41-yard line. They've got one timeout left. Let's see what they do. See if they go for the dagger. I mean, they pretty much got Green Canyon tied to the railroad tracks with the train steaming down the tracks. Let's see if they just try to put it away here. Green Canyon playing lots of guys deep. Falslev against a three-man rush, steps up, has a lot of room, still running. Puts his shoulder down, he's inside the 35 to the 34-yard line. 25 yards for Falslev. And he's at 91 yards on 9 carries for the half. Stokes is already over 100. The clock runs with 15 seconds. They throw the out pattern and they blow the play down. Before the play started, I think Green Canyon got a timeout. Well, they haven't attributed to which team got the timeout. I think it was Green Canyon. I don't know that they had all their defenders in place. Coach Robinson's out on the field talking to the officials. He wants a little more time put on the clock because they snapped that ball at about 14. Now there's 12 up there. Skyview's offense back out on the field. Skyview has a definite size advantage over Green Canyon as well. Green Canyon hasn't been big the last couple of years. The officials are still huddled up out there, the 30-yard line. You can see them there just on the left side of your screen. 3 of the 4 having a chat about where the best place, 4 of the 5 having a chat about where the best place to eat tonight might be. Herms is a good place. Is that open late? Factory Pizzeria. That's also superb. I don't know what they're talking about. They're taking their time. There's 12 seconds left on the first half clock. Skyview leads by 21, 28-7. One player missing for Green Canyon, Carter Mon. He's been out for a couple of games. He's done for the season. We could use him back in that secondary. Here's the little inside screen. Good enough for a first down. That goes to Stokes. It's 11 yards. Kill the play. 5 seconds to play. You're going to bring the field goal team out? That'd be about it'd be about close to a 40-yard field goal. I think they'll take a shot. Seconds. Skyview's still got a timeout. If they throw it, they're going to have to do it in a hurry. They get it to the sideline. He stays in bounds. Time runs off the clock. I don't think they got the timeout. They did not. So, the half ends. Skyview leads 28-7 over Green Canyon in North Logan.
Factory Pizzeria. We're running a special right now. We're giving a free nachos when you buy a large pizza with 3 toppings. Just mention this out and you're gonna get a free nachos every time you come. The Factory Pizzeria is located in 119 South Main, below the Gia's in the basement. Come see as soon as you can. Thank you.
succeed in athletics, but I also want to succeed in school, and I also want to help my family and my community. And so I think through being balanced and juggling all these things, it leads me to fulfill those wants and then be happier because of it.
In order to have a fulfilling and well-rounded life, you have to do a lot of different things.
She goes to her classes and she does her sports.
I don't really know how she does it. I mean, she goes there every day, which is like a smile on her face. I think everyone can have a drive, but it's the people that actually choose to feed this hunger are the people that stand out. Your hunger to win has to be bigger than anybody else's.
If she sets her mind to it, she's going to accomplish it, and I have no doubt about that. Whether it's she needs to drop 3 seconds on her time, she needs to get a better grade on her math test. Bill is just one of those people who, whenever I say you do anything, you always have this drive.
There's a drive there that comes from wanting to be everything that her mom set in motion in the first 13 years of her life.
My mom was one of my closest friends, so she had such an immense impact and influence on my life that when she died, my whole world was kind of turned around.
She was heartbroken, as you would imagine. She knew she had all these little ones looking to her. She was only 12 years old, but she became the person who was handling it.
my best, I guess. It's been hard. She was such a big part of my life, but I'm doing the best I can.
She's a beautiful runner, and it's just amazing to watch her run.
She's a tremendous sister, tremendous daughter, caring soul, remarkably proud of Jillian.
Like, she has so much responsibility in her life. It's also amazing that she does it with such like humility and grace.
When you lose your mom and your sister, you realize how precious every day is, and you want to make the most of every day. Right? You sort of set high goals for yourself, and you sort of work to achieve them.
Sheer will and, I don't know, passion and, I don't know, but to get themselves there quicker than anybody else, to reach down deep, push through that pain, that both mental pain where you just want to stop, you want to give up, and that physical pain where your legs and your muscles are screaming, and just get yourself there.
The Game of the Week on the Valley Channel is brought to you by Icon Health and Fitness, changing lives with fitness innovation. Wendy's of Cache Valley, it's way better than fast food. It's Wendy's. Mountain Star Cache Valley Hospital, together we're greater. Cache Valley Electric, a tradition of excellence since 1915. New Smile Dental, experience dental care. Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology, bring back what you have been missing. Lynn's Audio and Video, Cache Valley specialists for 60 years. Mountain Valley Heating and Air Conditioning, give us a call. You'll be glad you did. Herms Inn, last chance for great food. Discount Tire and Automotive, so much more than a tire store. Four Seasons Apartments and Townhomes is your home. Planet Fitness of Logan, no intimidation and only $10 a month. Aspen Dental, get that gorgeous smile you've always wanted. The Logo Shop, we logo stuff, all kinds of stuff. And the Valley Channel, Cache Valley's TV station for over 25 years. Back at Green Canyon High School, Eric Olson along with you on the Game of the Week on the Valley Channel. And that first half was all Skyview. They jumped out to a 14-0 lead. Green Canyon got a touchdown to bring it to within 7, but then Skyview put some more points on the board, and it's 28-7 at the half. Skyview dominating in the stats. 212 yards rushing, 125 through the air, 337 total yards in the first half. For Green Canyon, 73 yards rushing and 44 yards passing for 117 total yards. But it was all Skyview in that first half. Horman's going to kick it off. And it's going to go into the end zone by about a foot. And that's enough to make it a touchback. So Dygert did not play at quarterback on the final possession of the first half. I'm looking for him on the sideline. I don't see him, and it looks like he's back in at quarterback. Lundeen was in at quarterback. Mountain Crest leads Logan 14-6 at halftime. Ridgeline leads Bear River 14-7 at halftime. Dygert hands it off on that end around. Good gain on first down. Let's see who that was. Good play to start this drive. Now they're going to hand it inside. Spinning out of trouble and spinning his way up to the 39-yard line for a gain of 7 is Gassaway. Gassaway's got 76 yards on 18 carries. He's having himself another solid game. Following up his 143-yard rushing night against Ridgeline. 2 turnovers by Green Canyon in the first half did not help their cause. We'll give them that little end around again. Another first down, 5-yard gain. That's Gassaway again. biggest weapon tonight, smallest guy on the field. Been solid all season long. Working his way toward a 1,000-yard season. I don't know if he's going to get there. Here's Lundeen with the catch in the run. Lundeen gets a block downfield. He's got a first down. Oh, he might be a yard short. Yep, he's a yard short. Gassaway's over 800 on the season. There's still only 2 games left. Can he average 100 yards a game? I don't know. But he's putting up a pretty good rushing season. Low snap. Dygert goes down to get it. Now he heads for the sideline. Stays in bounds. Picks up some extra yardage. He may have gotten enough for the first down. Let's see where they spot him. Yeah, first down. 2 yards. So Green Canyon on the move. The first possession of the second half. They've come out running the ball. There's another little end around play. Who did that one go to? Only a gain of a yard. That's Gerber. Dylan Gerber, senior. 5'11", 170 pounds. 2nd and 9. Ball at the Skyview 44. A little bit of a problem there with the exchange. No gain. Gerber went to take it from Dygert. Dygert almost seemed like he wanted to pull it out of there. Gerber took off with it and lost a yard. 3rd and 11. Skyview's got a nice looking opening drive going here. They don't want to see it bogged down now. Skyview looking like they might bring some pressure. 4-man rush. Going down the sideline, he's got a man. Catch made inside the 20. Green Canyon's in business. Kaysen Holbrook makes an appearance. $29 yards. Matching the largest pass play of the night. And Holbrook's first catch. 5 of 9 on 3rd down now. Here's Gassaway. Heading for the end zone. Touchdown. The official in the middle of the field is calling it a touchdown. The sideline official looked like he might be spotting him out of bounds, but they're not talking about it. Touchdown stands. Gassaway just shy of 100 yards after that carry. The Green Canyon with a good possession to come out of the locker room. It's 28-14. Skyview with 8:12 to play in the 3rd.
Tell me something and I'd say, huh? And then they tell me again and I'd say, huh? And they'd say, never mind. And so I called and made an appointment.
Say the word pass.
He's a PhD and I know what it takes to get a PhD.
Say the word red.
It was like night and day. And then the hearing test was the thing that I thought, wow, he really knows what he's doing. I would recommend Dr. Daines to anybody, everybody.
Green Canyon had 117 total yards of offense in the first half. They had 80 on their first possession of this second half. And they put it in the end zone. Gasaway with the run to cap off the drive. And Gasaway's at 97 yards on 20 carries and the touchdown. And it's 28-14. Skyview with the lead. The bad news for Green Canyon is Skyview's offense is coming back on the field. Here's Stokes. Puts his head down out to the 22-yard line, and that's where Skyview will take over. Mason Falslev in the first half was 10 of 14 for 125 yards and 2 touchdowns. On the ground, he had 9 carries for 91 yards and a touchdown. Stokes rushed for 115 yards on 14 carries and a score. So Skyview with 3 wide receivers. Stokes in the backfield with Falslev. Falslev's going to throw. Lundahl splits a couple of defenders, and then he's pushed back after he reaches the 26-yard line, so a 4-yard gain. Lundahl's got 4 catches for 29 yards. We're happy to have him back. He was injured for a couple of games. He made a good contribution last week, and he's been active tonight. Give to Stokes. Gained a yard. Third down coming up for the Bobcats. They were 3 of 5 in the first half. They turned it over on downs twice. The only 2 times they didn't make it on third down, they went for it on fourth down, and they didn't convert on fourth either. Falslev throws the out pattern. It's tipped at the line of scrimmage, and Skyview may have to punt. Write it down. It hasn't happened much. In fact, this is their first punt of the night. So we were throwing dirt on Green Canyon in the first half, but there's still a pulse. Jorgensen's back to field the kick. He's got another teammate back there with him. Jorgensen calls for a fair catch, but the ball doesn't even get to him. Stops at the 36-yard line, and that's where Green Canyon will take over, trailing by a couple of scores. It's 28-14. Green Canyon scored on their first possession of the second half. Skyview took the ball over after that score on the kickoff, and they only ran about a minute and a half off the clock. So Green Canyon back out onto the field, see if their offense has got some mojo. Here's the give to Gasaway, looking for the edge, he's got it. Stays in bounds, picks up 10. Now he's over 100 yards. .107 yards on 21 carries for Gasaway. Puts him at 8-14 for the year. Snap goes through Dygert's hands, and he just falls on it wisely. He's had a few snaps he's had to go pluck off of his shoelaces. That one, I don't think was that low. It was a little low, but it just went right through his hands. It's definitely cool out tonight. The ball tends to get a little slick as it gets colder, but it's not, I don't know if we'd call it cold. A little chilly, not cold. Is it cold? Oh, okay. Our producer's saying, yeah, it's cold. Here's the out pattern. Dygert throws it complete up to the 40-yard line. Where are they going to spot him clear back? No, they're going to spot him out at the 40. That's 9 yards. Holbrook. The problem now, though, for Green Canyon is it's 3rd and 17. The flag. Skyview looks like they're offsides. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7 penalties on Skyview. Green Canyon's been rung up twice, so now it's 3rd down and 13. Still long, but a little bit better than 3rd and 18. 5 of 9 on 3rd downs for Green Canyon. Dygert, they're running a double move. He's got to bail out. He can't get away. He gets back to the original line of scrimmage, and that's it. Luke Radford was there. If Radford doesn't get a hold of him, then Dygert probably makes the edge, and he could have probably picked up the 1st down. Dygert wanted to throw. He was looking at a double move. He saw him pump. But Skyview had it well defended downfield, and he had to take off. Delisle gets the kickoff, angles it toward the sideline, and it's going to be killed at about the 21-yard line. So with 4:11 to play in the 3rd, no love for Green Canyon by the football gods on that possession. And now the Bobcats will take over. Green Canyon forced them into a punt, their only punt of the ball game on the last possession. Stokes in the backfield with Falstaff. Straight ahead blocking, and Stokes with the dive picks up 2. Second and 8 for Skyview. The pass is Falstaff hits Lundahl. Lundahl turns the corner. He's finally hauled down out near the 40. Now they're going to say he stepped out of bounds. Clear back at the 34-yard line. He still picks up 12. Five catches, 41 yards for Lundahl. Give it to Stokes. 2 yards. Nothing fancy for Skyview. They're just trying to reestablish the line of scrimmage. Keep the sticks and the clock moving, as we're down near 3 minutes to play in the 3rd quarter. 28-14 Skyview. Skyview led 28-7 at the half. Good opening drive by Green Canyon in the second half to start the second half. Now Skyview with their second possession of this 3rd quarter. We're under 3 minutes. Falstaff's going to keep. Big pile, and Falsliv picks up 2. It's going to be 3rd and about 7. Third and 7. Falsliv with Stokes in the backfield. 3 receivers to the near side, 1 to the top of your screen. Falsliv with time, looks underneath, the ball's a little bit behind his intended receiver, and it's incomplete. It's Carver who had to put on the brakes and try to reach back for it. Falsliv's going to have to go to the sideline and take another swig of Amen fluid. Lundeen and Jorgensen back deep. Did the punt touch somebody from Green Canyon? It was picked up and run into the end zone. They're going to say it did, and that Skyview recovered it, and they can't advance it from there. It didn't touch any of the returners. It must have touched one of those up guys that was blocking. Oh my goodness. Green Canyon's had 2 turnovers, and that's essentially a turnover right there. That's like a fumble. That's 3 turnovers. And so the Skyview offense comes back out onto the field as they don't get away from the football. It touches one of the Green Canyon players, and Skyview recovers. They can't advance it, but they recover it inside the 20. Give to Stokes. He comes out the other end, still running. He's down to the 3, 15 yards. So the Bobcats 1st and goal at the 3-yard line. Instead of Green Canyon getting the ball back with a chance to cut into this lead, it's Skyview with a chance to add to it. Put it back out to a 3-touchdown deficit for Green Canyon. Falsliv's going to keep it, and he's going to go in untouched. Around the right end, Green Canyon with 3 turnovers tonight. All 3 turnovers have led to touchdowns. That's 21 points if you're keeping score at home, and that's the deficit for Green Canyon after this PAT. He's taking the PAT for granted, I guess, but regardless, those 3 turnovers are the difference. PAT up and in, 1:37 to play in the 3rd, and Skyview leads 35-14.
My grandpa went to the Star Hospital to get his back fixed. The doctor used a robot to make a mini invasion. That's pretty cool. When Grandpa had his old back, he just laid on the couch and watched the news. But now we do cool stuff like fishing and hiking.
We provide comprehensive spine care and minimally invasive orthopedic procedures at 8 Star hospitals all along the Wasatch Front. Look for the Star.
And we're going to keep all the robots.
35-14 with 1:37 to play in the 3rd quarter. Skyview pushes their lead back out to 21. In the 4th quarter, Logan and Mountain Crest are tied at 14. That one's over at Crimson Field in Logan. Ridgeline leads Bear River 20-17 as they're just getting ready to start the 4th quarter there. And we've only got 97 ticks of the clock left here in the 3rd quarter of this one. And Green Canyon trails by 3 touchdowns, and they have the ball at the 36-yard line after the short kick. Jacob Regan, the sophomore. with a chance to run the ball there. 6'2", 190 pounds. Good-sized kid. Seventeen seniors for Green Canyon this year. Gasaway's one of them as he turns the corner and picks up 9, almost 10 yards. Give him 9. 116 yards and a touchdown for Gasaway on 22 carries. I mean, he's been the workhorse tonight. Skyview really hasn't had an answer for him. He's got most of his yardage getting outside. But he's run up inside as well. They really haven't thrown the ball much as Dygert gets rid of that one in a hurry. He was looking for his receiver to turn it outside, and his receiver ran it inside, almost like he was going to block. That's only Dygert's 8th attempt. He's 6 of 8. It's 3rd and 1. 5 of 10 on 3rd downs for Green Canyon. Herbert moves into the backfield. Give it off to Gasaway. Gasaway trying to get to the edge. He does. Picks up the first down. Down into Skyview 10. 7 yards for Gasaway. 123 yards now for Gasaway. The clock starts again as we approach a minute to play in the 3rd. As we mentioned, Dygert, he's 6 of 9, only 9 throwing attempts. Here's another run by Gasaway. Upended after a gain of about 4. It makes you wonder a little bit. Dygert was throwing the ball well in the first half. It makes you wonder if that shoulder's bothering him a little. Not even in the first half was he throwing it well. I mean, he threw downfield, but in warm-ups and before the game he looked good. But he may have taken a shot on that shoulder. Well, now here's Dygert keeping it. It looked like he was going to do the run-pass option, and he kept it. He almost looked like he was trying to get the ball out to throw it, and he was kind of bobbling it. He loses 3 yards. Third and 10. Ball at the Skyview 48, and that's the end of the 3rd quarter. Skyview 35, Green Canyon 14. We start the 4th quarter when we come back. .14 as we head to the 4th quarter. It's been all Skyview all night. It's 3rd down and 10 now for Green Canyon. Brett Gasaway has played a whale of a game for Green Canyon. Stokes has had a big game for Skyview. 135 yards rushing for Stokes. 127 for Gasaway. 3rd and 10. Daggert, three-man rush, unloads, looking for Jorgensen, and it's just wide, just long, I should say. Jorgensen comes up a little gimpy. He's walking to the sideline, and he's walking very gingerly, is Jorgensen. Well, Daggert had plenty of arm on that one. A little too much, but that's the way they've been playing Jorgensen tonight. They're not letting him get free for the big play. He's got the 29-yard touchdown catch. He's got 38 yards on 2 catches. Stokes fields it at the 15-yard line, heading for the far sideline. And down he goes. Hauled down at the 11, and there's a flag. And here's another flag. There's one at the 26, and there's one back where the tackle was made. And one of the Green Canyon players turned and said something to another Green Canyon player. I wonder if somebody said something for Green Canyon and picked up a penalty. Already getting beat. No need to pile on top of it. That's easy for an old man like me to say. These are young kids and emotions run high, especially in a rivalry game. Every game's a rivalry game. Now that most of the, there's an illegal block in the back against Skyview. Dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct against Green Canyon. So you got the block in the back. The ball's going to be brought out to where? They're going to put it on the 21-yard line. So another penalty against Skyview, and one of the few of the night against Green Canyon. Instead of being back about the 11, the ball's out at the 21. Skyview leading 35-14 with 11:40 to play in the ball game. Falsliv gets the corner, steps out of bounds, wisely decides not to take the hit. He's out of the 28 at 7 yards for Falsliv, and he's at 100 yards for the night. So for the second week in a row, Skyview has 2 100-yard rushers. 135 for Stokes, 100 for Falsliv. There's 11:36 to play in the ball game. Falsliv fakes the pitch, gets twisted down awkwardly. Right at the line of scrimmage, 3rd down. So it's 3rd and 3. I think in a 35-14 ball game, your head coach would probably like to see your quarterback go ahead and pitch on that play. And I don't think you're going to see Mason Falsliv. I mean, he will, but he's a competitor. 3-4-man rush. Falsliv flushed out. Now he's going to tuck and run. He's got the 1st down. 6 yards. That's so discouraging if you're a defensive lineman. You get a rush on him, you flush him out of there. They had edge contain. He had to turn back to the middle. Then he spun back again and breaks out. It's like watching Patrick Mahomes against the Broncos on Monday Night Football. Green Canyon did everything they needed to win that down, and Falsliv just made the play. 9 yards for Stokes.
Brings up a 2nd correction, 8 yards.
Ball out of the 41-yard line. Green Canyon plays at Mountain Crest next. Skyview goes to Ridgeline. Then Skyview is done after next week until the playoffs. Taking that week off before the playoffs. Falsliff keeps it, picks up 4. He's now got 110 yards on 14 carries, does Falsliff. Next week we've got Bear River at Logan. Bear River at Logan, and then Tooele at Mountain Crest, and then the playoffs start. Stokes picks up 3. And we're under 10 minutes to play in the ball game. Tie game at Logan, Mountain Crest and Logan, and a close one. Bear River and Ridgeline. Keep an eye on those. If we get the final before we're done, for those of you that might be watching this live stream, we'll let you know. Here's the little pitch and catch out to Lundahl. Lundahl to the 38-yard line, pickup of 11. Lundahl now with 52 yards. 152 yards on 13 of 17 for Falsliff. 2 touchdowns. And of course, he's run for a touchdown. Stokes has run for a touchdown. Falsliff in trouble. Now he goes down. First sack of the night. Chased down by Carter White. Took him down. First sack of the game for Green Canyon. And a loss of about 4. Down to just over 8 minutes to play in the game. Skyview 35-14. Lundahl in motion. Fake the give, Falsliff keeps. Picks up 3, goes down hard. Skyview plays the kind of football, they play big boy football. They play the kind of football that can work in any type of weather. Be interesting to see how the postseason goes. I thought for sure Skyview was going to be your state champ last year, but I hadn't seen one. I'd seen Skyview make the big team. Green Canyon's offsides. Now Logan leads Mountain Crest 17-14 with 5 minutes to play in that ball game. Ridgeline still leading Bear River in the 4th, 20-17. That one's over in Garland. Logan would take over sole possession, second place in the region, if the scores hold up. Here comes the blitz. Flag down. Stokes is going to score. But there's a flag down, and it's going to be on Skyview. It's either going to be a hold or ineligible man downfield. They had 2 linemen about 10 yards downfield. Okay, more like 6 or 7, which is too many. Plus, the flag's right back in the backfield, where it looked like it'd probably be a hold, and that's the call. So instead of a 35-yard touchdown pass to Stokes, it's going to be a 10-yard penalty, another 10-yard penalty on Skyview. Nine penalties, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 80, 90 yards worth of penalties. That's about they had last week. I'm sure they'd love to clean that up. That can come back and bite you. .650 to play in the game. Skyview 3rd and long. Falslev hit as he throws. Taken down, and there's the flag. It's 3rd and 19. I don't know that this is an automatic first down. I know the pass interference is 15 yards, but not an automatic first down anymore. It's been that way for a couple years. Falslev was hit pretty hard and taken to the ground after he threw it, roughing the passer. Green Canyon. First down. He got taken down pretty hard. And on all levels, they're protecting quarterbacks. So on 3rd and 19, it looked like Green Canyon got off the field, and a penalty puts the defense right back on the field. 45 yards on 5 penalties, so half the penalty yardage of Skyview. Falslev throwing the slant, throws it behind Carver. Look at Hall, 75. That is one big boy. He plays the guard. Then they'll run that G&T pull, where they'll pull him in the tackle, and Stokes just gets right up in behind him. I think he's got a fanny pack, and Stokes just climbs into it, and he runs through the hole, and Stokes jumps out and runs the rest of the way. Falslev scrambles downfield, has a man, and he short-armed it. It was Horman, and I really wonder if Horman could see those 2 black jerseys heading toward him. You see guys running toward you like that, you don't really want to stretch out for that ball very bad. It's an incomplete pass, and now it's 3rd and 10. Skyview 50% on 3rd downs. You've missed on a couple here in this half and a couple in the first half. 6:37 to play in the game. 35-14 Skyview. 3 wide receivers to the near side, 1 to the top of your screen. Quick hit, pick, look out, lots of room the other way. Boy, for Skyview, Carson Frank saved a pick 6. Tristan Reese comes up with the pick. Skyview with their first turnover of the night. Green Canyon takes over with 6:28 to play at the Skyview 44-yard line. Skyview still leads 35-14. Here's the give to Gassaway. He's well over 100 yards on the night, and he adds 2 more. He's got 129 yards on 25 carries. Let's do some math. 5.16 yards per carry. They're going to give it to him again. Scooted out of some trouble in the backfield. He picked up a yard. What's going on? We've got laundry on the field. A crowd going, hey! And a bunch of players talking to each other. I think some words may have been exchanged. Words were exchanged. Ideas were shared. Flags were thrown. And at the end of the day, the Skyview Bobcats were hit with an unsportsmanlike penalty. Penalty number 10 a 15-yarder. And they're over 100 yards in penalties for the night. And Green Canyon has first down at the Skyview 26 with 5:45 to play. Green Canyon still trailing by 3 touchdowns. Dygert steps up, runs out of time, looking for a block downfield, down to the 20-yard line, picks up 6. For Dygert, that's 4 carries for 8 yards. And 2nd and 5 with the clock approaching 5 minutes. Dygert's thrown a pick, fumbled once, and then Green Canyon touched a punt that was recovered by Skyview. Dygert across the middle. Oh! Reaching out for the grab was Jorgensen. He couldn't pull it in. He's still walking kind of gingerly. I don't know. He keeps putting his hand on his right hip. I don't know if that hip's hurting him or if he's just getting a little tired. These are young kids. They can run all day, right? Tired Schmired. It's only the 11th pass attempt for Dygert. Has to go down and get this one. Looking for Jorgensen again. Jorgensen's there. Flag on the 9, but I think it's going to be against Skyview. Dygert put that one right in the basket. 21 yards. Just make sure that Jorgensen didn't push off. A lot of hand fighting going on. Holding on the defense. Dygert with a 2nd touchdown throw to Jorgensen. Jorgensen 3 catches, 59 yards, 2 touchdowns. With 4:45 to play in the ball game. Skyview 35, Green Canyon 21.
Be free.
If you're Green Canyon, you got to be talking to yourself a little, and as you're talking to yourself, you're mumbling about turnovers. They've turned the ball over 3 times in this ball game. Those three turnovers have led to 21 points for Skyview, and right now Green Canyon is behind by 14. Now, Skyview just turned it over, and that led to Green Canyon points. But you just have to wonder, if you take care of the football, if you're in a little bit better shape in this ball game. No changes in those scores out of the other games. Logan still leads Mountain Crest late in that ball game. That's over at Logan. Skyview's lining up, looking for the onside kick. Here it comes, right down the middle. Ball's still free, but it went way down the field. I don't think they wanted it to go that far down the field. Just a hunch. And I'm not sure they wanted that ball 30 yards down the field. So now Green Canyon's got to take some chances. Skyview probably just keep running this ball and run some time. Green Canyon's got to take some chances, see if they can't create a turnover. And the way Stokes runs, how hard he runs, and same with Falslev. If you're trying to rip at ball, those guys might pull out of your arms, and next thing you know, it's good night, Gracie. Seven in the box. In fact, they're not even in the box. They're at the line of scrimmage. There are 7 at the line of scrimmage. Every gap is filled. Skyview's going to throw. They throw the quick out to Lundahl. He steps out of bounds after picking up 10. That's Franks. We've made a big deal about how Dygert hasn't thrown it much for Falslev. That's his 20th. And that's kind of a lot for him. He's thrown it more the last couple of weeks. He's getting comfortable. Here comes everybody for Green Canyon. And Stokes runs right up into everybody and past him for 8 yards. 135 yards on 21 carries for Stokes. And the clock keeps running. 35-21. Skyview with the lead. And they're going to let the clock run as far as they can before they snap it. The back judge hasn't begun his 5-second count yet. And they do snap it. Here goes Stokes. Pops to the outside, has a blocker. Back inside, still on his feet. Down inside the 20. $37 yards. 172 yards on 22 carries for Tanner Stokes. Kid's having himself a game. He had 100 yards in the first half. He had 115 yards rushing at halftime. So, you know, he's only got a measly 60, not quite 60 here in the second half. Jeez. Here he carries it again. This time he goes down inbounds. The clock stopping as Green Canyon takes a timeout. Well, next week, if we mentioned Bear River at Logan, Logan will be playing for that #2 playoff spot if they can hang on and beat Mountain Crest tonight. They're leading by 3 late in that ball game. In fact, that one may be over by now. We're just waiting for the updated scores. It is a final. Logan beats Mountain Crest 17-14. And that puts Mountain Crest in serious jeopardy of missing the playoffs. Going from the title game to not even making the playoffs. And that can happen in high school. You know, it's just kind of the luck of the draw every year for most programs. Some seem to always have the best players from everywhere. But Mountain Crest with only 1 win in region play. Here's the give to Stokes. Green Canyon was all out trying to stop him. He lost a couple of yards. He's back to 171 yards. Green Canyon takes another timeout. They want to try to get the ball back. It's 3rd down and 11. Still no. Well, Ridgeline and Bear River, there's no final there because they're in overtime over in Garland. They're tied at 20. look at the region standings, the top 4 teams go to the playoffs. And you look at the region standings, so Skyview is going to improve, it looks like they'll improve to 4-0. Logan is 3-1. Green Canyon will probably drop to 2-2. Mountain Crest is 1-3. If Ridgeline wins tonight, then they'll leapfrog Mountain Crest. So Mountain Crest could find themselves on the outside looking in with 1 more week to play, which would make their game next week huge against Green Canyon. Paulslick hangs in, throws the post pattern, and he's short. And it's 4th down. 4th and 11 with 3:14 to play. Special teams looked like they were running onto the field, but Coach Robinson stops them. 4th and 11 at the 19-yard line. Hosts Green Canyon next week in a must-win game for them. And they're lined up and they're going to kick a field goal. A player late coming on the field. And flag thrown. Oh, Skyview called the timeout before the flag came out. 3:14 to play in the ball game. Skyview's lining up like they were going to try a field goal. We're going to take a timeout now and let's see what they come up with. Gives me a chance to sit down and put pen to paper here on these, looking at these region standings. So if everything stays as it is right now, Skyview would be 4-0. Logan is 3-1. Green Canyon 2-2. Mountain Crest 1-3. Yeah, Mountain Crest would have to win next week. And then you'd be looking at may come down to a tie. If Mountain Crest wins next week and Ridgeline wins, now if Ridgeline loses tonight, then that can throw things out of whack as well. 36-yard field goal attempt is blocked. Picked up and hauled down back at the 33-yard line. Green Canyon will take over. They trail by 2 touchdowns. There's 3:06 to play. They're having a conference about this one as well. I didn't see who blocked it, but whoever blocked it got in there and took it right in the gut. Came off the edge. They've just about got to a couple of PATs from the edge. There's a hold on Skyview, so it was during the kick, and of course that's going to be declined. That's what the officials were talking about. Didn't see a flag. It was clearly thrown. With 3:06 to play, there's a little life left yet in the Wolves. They need a score and an onside kick recovery and another score just to get to overtime. Crazier things have happened. Diger slips to the outside, throws to a man at the sideline, and they say he was out of bounds. It's Holbrook, who had a huge game last week, and he has been pretty quiet tonight. 2 catches for 38 yards. Last week, 8 catches for 136. Diger steps out of pressure, unloads, batted down by the defensive back out there. Good play by the DB. And now it's 3rd and 10. with 2:55 to play. Ridgeline and Bear River in overtime. 20-20. Mountcrest loses to Logan. Dygert running for his life. He's going to step out of bounds just short of the marker. It's going to be 4th down and about 2. And there goes our score, where we're getting our scores from. So we won't get that final Ridgeline score for you. Here's the give. Gassaway. He's got over 100 yards for the night. He needs 2. I don't think he got it. I don't think he got there. I'm a long way away. They're going to measure it. I don't think he got there. Green Canyon benefited from one earlier that was just barely, where Skyview just barely came up short. And now I think it's coming back to roost on this one. I don't think Gassaway got there, and it's going to be just barely short. See if we can see it, or if the Skyview players step in our way. He's short, just barely. One timeout left for Green Canyon. They'll probably take it. Skyview can put this one away. Skyview with 2 100-yard rushers again tonight after doing it last week. Falsov's going to keep it, and he's going to add to his total. He stays in bounds, hits the deck hard, and he picks up 30 more yards. 43 down to the 13. He's got 139 yards. Speaking of Falsov. Up the middle. Touchdown Stokes. That's going to ice it. Skyview's going to go to 8-0. Off to their best start since last year when they started 11-0. They clinch a playoff spot here tonight. And they pretty much clinched the region title here tonight as well. Nobody can catch them, even if they lose next week. 1:18 to play. Same exact score we had last year. Skyview 42, Green Canyon 21. 139 yards rushing for Falstaff. Stokes with 186 and a couple of touchdowns. And Skyview not only claims a playoff spot, I was talking about it as we were going to the break, and they probably claim the outright region title tonight. They don't have any losses. Logan's only got one loss, and that one's to Skyview. So they've clinched at least a share of the region title. Next week, Ridgeline and Bear River are playing tonight. And that one's in overtime. Dygert in trouble, runs out of it, looking for the sideline, and he's hauled down. We'll see Green Canyon and Mountain Crest next week. That'll be a huge game for Green Canyon. They win that game, they go to the playoffs. Going downfield for Lundeen. Dygert a little long. 4th down and 5 with 1:40 to play. It's a must win really for both of those teams. Mountain Crest with the loss tonight to Logan in jeopardy of not making playoffs. In fact, they're on the outside looking in after tonight. Low snap, Dygert unloads, Jorgensen hauls it in for a 1st down and steps out of bounds. Keep looking for that. Keep looking for that Bear River Ridgeline game to go final. It's in overtime. They're tied at 20. Dygert out of the pocket, puts his shoulder down. Ooh, he's taken down hard. For a kid that has a sore shoulder, Cason Flaherty puts him down with some authority. Still in overtime, Ridgeline and Bear River. Dygert back to the middle, nearly picked off by Karen. Third and 3. 42-21 Skyview. This was the final score of last year's game between these two. 42-21 Skyview. Stokes had 100+ yards rushing in that game. Skyview bringing a blitz, trying to end this ball game. Downfield, nice grab, but I don't know that he stayed in bounds. Dygert. Looking for Holbrook. Holbrook made a nice grab, but he couldn't bring it down in bounds. 1:15 to play. And it's 4th and 3. Pretty much all over but the crying here in North Logan. See if Skyview brings heat again and try to, yes they do, they're going to try to put this ball game away. Jorgensen makes the grab, steps out of bounds at the Skyview 49. 1:11 to play in the game. Dygert throws the out to the wide side of the field and doesn't get it there. He one-hops it there. So it's 2nd and 10 now with 1:07 to play. Seen pretty good performances out of Skyview the last couple of weeks, and they look like a team that's hitting their stride just at the right time. Here's Jorgensen. Picks up the first down. Clock will stop while they move the chains, and then they'll start them up again. Dygert looking to throw that wide out again. And again, he can't get it there. That's a long throw. He's on this near hash. He had 2 receivers within about 3 yards of each other running outs. That is a long throw. It's 53 yards across the field, something like that. And he was throwing it almost all the way across the field. Dygert looking for Jorgensen. Jorgensen can't get there. The defender had the inside position. Looked like Titan Saxton, number 5. Third and 10, 45 seconds left in this one. Green Canyon made a little noise. Skyview's been in control. They've led by 14 plus most of the way. Every time Green Canyon would score a touchdown to try to creep a little bit closer, Skyview would answer with a drive of their own and just kept Green Canyon at bay. It's like the big brother that puts his hand on the forehead of the little brother and holds him at arm's length, and the little brother's just swinging for all he's worth. And it's just his arms aren't long enough to reach big brother's body. Once in a while he gets a hit in on the arm, but Skyview's just got too much for Green Canyon this year and last year. But Green Canyon, they're on the move. They're on their way up. They've won 2 region games. They're in the mix for a playoff spot. With 40 seconds left in this one, it's 4th and 1. But they're in the mix for a playoff spot, Green Canyon. And they've proved that they can beat good teams. They went down and beat Pineview. Looking at the brackets, the Region 12 number 1 team takes on Region 9 number 4. So they play against Region 9, which is that St. George group down there. The Region 12 number 4 goes down to the Region 9 number 1. Region 12 number 3 goes down to Region 9 number 2. And the Region 12 number 2 stays home and hosts the Region 9 number 3. They're going to run the little screen out to the edge. Green Canyon's going to put more points on the board. O'Reilly with the score, showing some wheels. So last year the final was 42 to 21. Green Canyon made a touchdown's worth of headway. Kicks up and good. 42-28, 31 seconds to play in there.
PCs Unlimited is Cache Valley's first choice for all things computer. For over 20 years, our friendly and knowledgeable staff have been there to help you with on-site and in-store service, repair, diagnostics, networking, upgrades, system and data recovery, all of your computer needs. Our prices are low and our customer service is the best. Come see the professionals at PCs Unlimited, 610 North Main in Logan.
In what has turned into the longest football game of the season for us, it is almost 9:45. These games are usually over before 9:30. It's 42-28 with 31 seconds to play. With all the scoring going on and then a lot of passing late in this ball game, the clock's been stopped a lot. Green Canyon just scored. They're down by 14. And they're going to try an onside kick. This one a lot better than the last one. That ball's free. That might be Green Canyon football. In fact, one of the Wolves came out of there with it. It hit one of the Skyview players. It barely went 10 yards, and it hit one of the Skyview players, and the Skyview player went down to get it, and it was kind of stuck under his leg. He was trying to roll over and get it, and by the time he could find it, Green Canyon was there. So, ball at the 50-yard line, and Green Canyon with one timeout left and 30 seconds on the clock. Got a chance to see if they can make Skyview a little uncomfortable. Dygert rolls to the near side, has time. He's looking for Jorgensen. Leaps up and makes the catch. He's down at the 10. We're going to say the 11. That took 8 seconds. Great catch by Jorgensen. .99 yards on 4 catches with that one. Now the clock starts. Dygert gets rid of it in a hurry, looking for the back corner of the end zone, and it's broken up. Good job out there by Malik Horman. Second and 10 at the 11. 14 seconds left. Green Canyon down 2 scores. They got to score in a hurry. Looking inside, and this one's wide of the mark. Saxon was there. He was looking for Jorgensen. 11 seconds. 42-28. Skyview with the lead. It's 3rd and 10 at the Skyview 11 for Green Canyon. Their best case scenario now is to score here quickly, get the ball back on the onside. They probably still only have about 6 seconds. Looking for the end zone, passes there. Was it caught? It was. The clock will stop on a first down. There's 6 seconds. Hoggett catches it. First and goal with 6 seconds left for Green Canyon. Green Canyon still got 1 timeout. They'll just try to run this in. Oh, Dygert dropped the snap. He dropped the center snap, and the clock's run out. He dropped the snap. The clock's run out. Oh, wait a minute. They're saying touchdown. It was recovered in the end zone. So the ball was fumbled. It looked like it was fumbled and was recovered in the end zone. There's no time showing on the clock. I don't even think they'd have him kick a PAT. We might be done at 42-34. It is a crazy way to end the game. A 42-34 ball game. Skyview wins the game. And in a game that wasn't even as close really as it sounded, but entertaining all the same. 42-34 our final. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time on the Valley Channel.
The Game of the Week on the Valley Channel is brought to you by Icon Health and Fitness, changing lives with fitness innovation. Wendy's of Cache Valley, it's way better than fast food. It's Wendy's. Mountain Star Cache Valley Hospital, together we're greater. Cache Valley Electric, a tradition of excellence since 1915. New Smile Dental, experience dental care. Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology, bring back what you've been missing. Lynn's Audio and Video, Cache Valley specialist for 60 years. Mountain Valley Heating and Air Conditioning, give us a call. You'll be glad you did. Herms Inn, last chance for great food. Discount Tire and Automotive, so much more than a tire store. Four Seasons Apartments and Townhomes is your home. Planet Fitness of Logan, no intimidation and only $10 a month. Aspen Dental, get that gorgeous smile you've always wanted. The Logo Shop, we logo stuff, all kinds of stuff. And the Valley Channel, Cache Valley's TV station for over 25 years.